everyone, today I want to share with you my very new sourdough pizza recipe with einkorn flour. I actually have been making sourdough einkorn pizza for a while, but I always wanted my crumb to be more airy, lighter. So just recently I made a few changes to my recipe and I was really happy with the result. So today I decided to make those pizzas again. This time I filmed all my steps. Last night I prepared Levain. This morning I mixed the dough. Right now it should be ready. So I'm gonna bring it up from my proofer, divide, and I'm gonna have pizza for lunch. For my Levain I used my einkorn sourdough starter. I keep it at 50% hydration now, and I took it straight from the fridge. It was in the fridge for about 24 hours only, so I decided to use it unfed. And I took 6 grams of it for my Levain. I was mixing dough for 3 pizzas, for 3 personal size pizzas. So yeah, I took 6 grams of my sourdough starter, and I took 90 grams of water. And I took 55 grams of all-purpose einkorn flour. And then I mixed it very well, making sure there's no dry flour left. And when I was done mixing, I covered my Levain and left it in my proofer. I set my proofer at 74 Fahrenheit and left my Levain for overnight. And next morning, after being in proofer for 11 hours, my Levain is nice and ripe and ready to be used in my pizza dough. And here I gathered all my other ingredients: 5 grams of salt, 5 grams of maple syrup, 5 grams of olive oil, 240 grams of all-purpose einkorn flour. I used Firmy Jovial, and 90 grams of warm water. And first I mixed salt with my prepared flour. Then I poured water into my Levain. I had 120 grams of Levain. Added maple syrup and mixed it all well. And then I transferred all this Levain into my flour. Added my 5 grams of olive oil and started to mix my dough using spatula at first. With einkorn flour, I always try to use spatula as long as I can. Mixing dough at the beginning, dough is usually wet and very sticky. And then I like to use this dough scraper. It's nice to scrape dry flour from the sides of the bowl, from the bottom, and kind of like fold it into the center, mixing the dough. And then I'll continue mixing with my hand. I like to have a bowl with warm water next to me so I can dip my hand. It prevents me, my hands from dough sticking to it too much. And I mix this dough for several minutes until it's nice and smooth. And here I'm making sure there's no dry flour left in my dough. Looks like it's all nice and smooth. So I'm done mixing. I'm gonna roll it up into a nice tight ball. This is how my dough looks now. I'm gonna place it into a smaller container and leave it in my proofer, set it up at 74 Fahrenheit for 3 hours. And this is how my dough looks after 3.5 hours in the proofer. Looks nice, it's doubled in size, and it's ready to be divided. I divided my dough into 3 equal parts. Each was about 155 grams. Then I take one piece, flatten it up, and roll it into a nice tight ball with the smooth top and sealed bottom. And before you even start rolling your dough, it's better to prepare some sort of container. I have this glass container. It's going to be big enough for 3 pieces of my dough. I sprayed this container with olive oil, and I'm going to place all my pizza dough in this container. And here all of my 3 pizza dough balls, nice and smooth. I'm gonna cover this container and leave at room temperature for 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna take one to work with and put other 2 in fridge. And while my pizza dough is proofing, I'm gonna prepare pizza sauce. My pizza sauce is very simple. I don't even cook it. I either use fresh tomatoes or ones from can. This time I had fresh. These 3 tomatoes gonna make enough sauce for all 3 pizzas. All I do, I just chop tomatoes into smaller pieces and then blend them up. If you like a real pizza sauce, you of course can use the store-bought ones or cook your own. I use my raw uncooked sauce for a long time already, and I'm really happy with it. And this is how much sauce I got from 3 tomatoes. The consistency is actually really nice and thick, and I think I'm not even gonna drain it. It looks good for me. I already added some salt into my sauce, mixed it, and now I'm gonna add some herbs. I usually use dried basil, fennel seeds, and oregano. This time I didn't have my dried basil. Keep forgetting to buy some. So I'm gonna add some fennel seeds, just a couple pinches of it. And oregano. I have just a little bit left, so I'm probably gonna use all of it into my sauce. And then I add olive oil, just a full tablespoon of it. And mix it all well. And this is it. This is all I do to make my pizza sauce. Very simple, but trust me, it's delicious. Yeah, this amount of sauce gonna be enough. I'm pretty sure enough for all 3 pizzas. And yeah. And this is close up of my pizza sauce. Delicious. Too bad I cannot send aroma through the camera. And also, while my dough is proofing, I prepared toppings for my pizza. This is for one pizza because there are two others ones I'm gonna make later. So I took some spinach. If you have fresh basil, it would be better, but I didn't have it. And then I cut 3 pieces of different colored bell peppers just to make it prettier. I took different colors like orange, yellow, and red. There's some cheese and some chicken breasts. And then I added a little bit of green onions from my garden. My pizza dough proofed at room temperature for 30 minutes. I took one bowl out to work with and then covered my container and placed it into a fridge for later. I prepared a piece of parchment paper to bake my pizza on and start rolling the pizza with my hands. At this time, I turned my pizza oven on to preheat. I'm gonna bake my pizza in my special pizza oven. I'll show you what I have. If you're going to bake your pizza in regular oven, you should start preheating it way before, because you need to preheat your oven to the highest temperature you can, because pizza should be baked at very high temperature. And this is my pizza oven. It can be set up to thin crust, medium, and thick. And this kind of nice, beautiful pizza round I got. I'm gonna cover it with plastic and let it proof for just a little bit until my pizza oven get preheated. I let my pizza round proof for about 10 minutes and I'm gonna put my toppings on. And it's gonna be not easy to transfer pizza full of toppings on just a parchment paper, so I'm gonna put my board underneath and I'm gonna tear off some extra paper. I should have just folded it in half because it was a big piece of paper for one small pizza. And first goes my pizza sauce. I spread it evenly over my pizza, and yeah, it's a little wetter than the store-bought cooked pizza sauce. Maybe I should have drained it a little, but it wasn't bad at all. And then I add cheese. I used mozzarella. Then I spread some pieces of chicken breast and my colorful bell peppers. Green onion and spinach. And that's it. I'm gonna bake it. I'm gonna bake it in my pizza oven for 12 minutes. And here's my beautiful personal size pizza. I baked it for 12 minutes. I'm gonna wait a minute or two and I'm gonna slice it and try. And look at this beautiful crumb. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. To support my new channel, please subscribe because I have so much more to share. And you have a wonderful day. Bye.